Hey y'all, what it is, bitch? Okay, so y'all, I feel like a failed divestor, and here's why. Not because what you think. No, I have not gave any niggas any chances. I still think all niggas ain't shit. I still do not believe in unicorns. I still have avoided black men like the plague, okay? So it's not that. It's because I cannot seem to find the right fucking white guy. What the fuck is wrong, okay? And I tried to vet as y'all. I haven't had sex this year because I've been vetting so fucking hard. Okay, old me would have already gotten fucked by now because I'm horny. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I am horny, and I do miss sex. I didn't wear makeup in this video for a reason because I might tear up, bitch. But yeah, I've been vetting so hard this year, and it's been failing. All my vetting has been failing. And why can't I attract the right white guy? I get it, I'm crazy, I have issues. But bitch, everybody has some type of issues. I see all types of crazy bitches online who have husbands and children and all this stuff and happy lives, and I just don't. Why can't I attract the right fucking white guy for me? Anyway, let me get to the story before I have a fucking breakdown. Okay. So I went out on a date Friday night with a therapist. This was the first time I went out on a date with an actual therapist. Like, I'm serious. I don't think I've ever went out on a date with a therapist. From my memory, I don't remember ever going out on a date with a therapist. But this guy, we had been talking for a whole week. We had talked on the phone. He knew about my driving issue. He knew about my panic attacks. That's it. And the fact that I used to drink a lot. That's it. I didn't tell him I didn't tell him I was bipolar. I didn't tell him I had BPD or none of that shit. I didn't tell him any other mental health issue I had, other than the fact that I used to drink a lot, and the fact that now I'm sober, and the fact that I don't drive a lot because of my panic attacks and PTSD with driving. That's all. And he was not turned off by it, and he acted like he was really into me. He always texted me, "Good morning, beautiful," and "I can't wait to meet you Friday," sending me memes. Like, he acted like he was really into me. Okay, every time I would send him a picture, he would say, "Oh, you look so gorgeous." Like, he was very just interactive, right? Like, he didn't give me any signs that he was not that into me at all. But y'all, Friday comes, and by the way, he's a trauma therapist too. So it's really rich. This story time is really rich because he's a trauma therapist, and all I could see in this guy's personality and everything was a huge trauma response because he just acted. Anyway, let me tell you guys what happened. So Friday comes, he comes to pick me up. Mind you guys, he did not open up the fucking car door. This motherfucker just sat in his car, waited for me to open up the door, which I was turned off by that. And he just looked sleepy, like he was yawning. When I got in the fucking car, I was yawning, and I felt like I was getting in a goddamn Uber. If it wasn't for him looking exactly like his pictures, I would have been like, "Bitch, am I getting in an Uber or what?" Like he was yawning. Then he was quiet, silent for most of the trip to the sushi place we're going to. And I'm like, "So what's wrong? Like, do you not like what I'm wearing?" Because I was wearing some like purple dress. I'm like, "Do you not like the color purple or whatever?" And he was like, "I'm just unfamiliar with this area. I'm just a little nervous. I'm in a constant state of nervousness. I'm just nervous. I'm very nervous. Oh my God, I'm nervous." And then he started saying, "Well, I'm just nervous when I'm at a place where I don't know where I'm going and I'm not familiar with the area." I'm like, he had the GPS on. The GPS was playing. The place we were going was literally like 13 minutes from my house. So it really wasn't that far from my house, but I digress. So once we get to the restaurant, he's sitting slouching over, like in the booth, like this, like he's just like, and he's just like, and I'm like, "Are you okay over there?" Like he looked like he was legit about to fall asleep in the goddamn booth. Okay, girl. If I was still a drinker, if I still was a drunk, bitch, I would have been ordering all types of drinks because, bitch, I needed a drink to get through this damn date. Thank God I got through it sober. But here's what happened. So he was just like, kind of just slouching over, like, in the booth, kind of like, he's like, "This is late for me. I feel like a grandpa." Mind you, it was 6:30 in the evening. The fuck? He's like, "I got up at 6:30 in the morning and I feel so old and I'm just, I feel like I'm too old for you, Olivia." I'm like, "What?" Mind you guys, he knew my age. He knew. I told him on the phone how old I was. I'll be 29 next month. But by the way, he's 38, so not really that huge of a difference. I could see if I was 23. But he starts going on this tangent about how he knows that I'll be 29. I'm only 28 and I'll be 29 next month. And that he's thought about how our age differences and life experiences aren't, gonna line up. And I'm like, then why'd you come on this date? And then he starts saying, well, I wanted to see you in person. I wanted to see if we actually had chemistry. I'm not sure if I like you, though. And I'm like, oh, is it my looks? Do you not like what you see? He's like, no, you're just as beautiful as the pictures. I'm sorry I didn't say that, but you're just too young for me. And I'm like, what? I'm 29 almost. I'll be 29 next month. How is that too fucking young for a 38-year-old, huh? I can see if he was 58. If Khalees can date a fucking 78-year-old, how come I can't date nobody that's 38? How is that too old for me? Huh? Anyway, y'all, then he starts going on this rant about how he got married really young and and his son is now in middle school and he doesn't want kids really. And I have on my profile that I want kids. Don't go out with me if you don't want to have kids. If you don't believe in marriage. Yeah. I have it on my profile. Like, it's not like it's a fucking lie. And even on the phone, when we were talking on the goddamn phone, I said, look, I would love to have a kid in the next 1 or 2 years. I would love to, because I'll be 29 next month, and my time is ticking on my eggs and my ovaries. My eggs are frying in this pussy. Oh, and then he starts to try to play on my heartstrings, y'all. Here's what he starts to go on this fucking rant on, which really irritates me when men do this shit. So he was telling me how emotionally abusive his ex-wife was, how she made everything a chore, and he only had a kid for her. And he does not want to make the same mistake and have a kid for a woman. Okay, because he said I love my son, but I only had the kid for her because she bullied me into having a kid. The fuck? And then he's like, yeah, she was so emotionally abusive. I had to leave her. I've been divorced since 2017 and I have not regretted. I love being alone. And the only relationship I've had has only lasted 2 months since then. And I just love being alone. I just really would love to just go to Colorado and be by myself in the mountains. And I'm like, why the fuck are you with me? And this is what I was thinking in my head. Why are y'all with me? Is what I was thinking in my head, y'all. Bitch, the sushi came by and bitch, I was gobbling on the sushi, whatever. And I just kept hearing him talk. He just kept saying, well, you're a beautiful girl, Olivia, but you're too young for me and you want kids and that scares me. If I would ever have a kid, I would only adopt a teenager. And I'm like, why? He's like, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. My dad, he's a, how do I say this? Kitty fiddler is what I'm going to say. Okay. And he got arrested for it. And honestly, having a baby scares me. Okay, so are you scared that you're gonna turn to your daddy? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, he basically said having babies scares him, and his ex-wife basically emotionally abused him into doing it, which, I just feel like every time a man tells me that his ex is crazy or she, was this and that, it's always a red flag. And why are you talking about your ex-wife since you guys divorced that long ago? And if that was such an issue, you should have read my profile. And I said, didn't you read my profile? Like, didn't you read my profile? He said, yes, I read it. And I liked how direct you were and how beautiful you were. And we had great conversations, but I really just don't want to waste your time any longer, Olivia. Like, y'all, if I would have drove here myself to this restaurant, I would have left. Okay. I would have fucking left. This date was a waste of my time. I don't like to go on dates just to get free food, okay? I don't go on dates just to get free food anymore. I'm not a fucking 22-year-old drunk ass bitch anymore that just goes on dates to get free food and drinks. When I go on dates, I want the prospect of you being my man, okay? And if you give me the signals over the phone that we're a good match and that you like me, and when we're on the date, you're telling me you're not sure if you like me because I'm too young. What the fuck? And plus I'm 28, almost 29. How is that too young for anybody that's in their 30s? And how do you feel like a grandpa at 38? Huh? How? And then he starts telling me that he was in the military. And I'm like, oh my God, no. And he didn't even tell me that before. But yeah. Anyway, it was a horrible date. Basically, he dropped me back home in silence. But at the end, he said, I hope you have good luck out there. And I'm sorry we weren't a match. You're just too young for me. And your 5-year plan doesn't align with my 5-year plan, because he asked me what my 5-year plan was, and I told him straight up, I want to be married, and I want to have at least 1 baby by then, in 5 years. And when he told me his 5-year plan, he wanted to be alone in the fucking mountains. If you knew you wanted to be alone in the damn mountains, You shouldn't have fucking matched with me. You shouldn't have went out on a date with me. The fuck? It was a waste of a weekend. I mean, it's been a waste of a weekend, bitch. It's made me sad. It's made me depressed. And it's made me feel like a failed divestor. Because, yes, he was a white man. He was a conservative, more so conservative white guy. What I normally would like. He looked like a lumberjack. I mean, he was a whitey white. But he just was like so emotionally unavailable. He even said that he pushes women away. He said he realizes that he pushes women away after that divorce because it was so traumatizing to him. Honey, you're a therapist. How are you helping anybody if you're so damn traumatized from a divorce that happened 6 years ago? I don't understand it, y'all. I was flabbergasted. I was so mad when I got home, bitch. I'm still mad talking about it. I'm sweating. My titties are sweating in this damn outfit. Anyway, bitch, I want a weekend refund, bitch. Bitch, I had more fun last weekend when I was getting ready for my colonoscopy. I had a colonoscopy. That's a whole nother story time. Last week, and I had a colonoscopy. I had to do all the colonoscopy prep stuff last weekend. That was more fun than this shit. Anyway, y'all, I feel like a failed divestor. I know I'm not a failed divestor because I have not fucked any niggas. I haven't talked to any niggas. I know I'm not a failed one, but it makes me feel like one because I cannot give you guys a white zaddy that's worth a goddamn. Pray for me, y'all. Bye.